Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're exploring an idea that, well, it really flips things on their head. What if getting more done, finding real peace, actually comes from doing less?
Exactly. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? But we're looking at this concept called the law of reversed effort, drawing from the Hidden Collection YouTube channel.
And the way they put it is quite poetic. Life bends when you release the need to force it. It's intriguing.
It really is. And, this isn't some new pop psychology fad. The source uses language like parables woven of moonlight and silence, talking about living beacons. It feels ancient.
Like deep wisdom.
Precisely. So our goal today is to explore how, as the source says, abundance and peace are not captured by striving, but invited through surrender.
Okay.
And we'll look at this through some fascinating stories. Fishermen, farmers, merchants, even a monk who couldn't sleep. Lots of different angles.
Right, let's get into it. Because honestly, most of us operate on the principle that more effort equals more results. Push harder, get more.
The default mode.
But what if that intensity is actually the problem? The source tells us about Michael Rodriguez, the fisherman. This guy was incredibly determined.
Oh, yeah. Relentless determination,
Yeah.
the source calls it. Casting his nets furiously using precise calculations, even muttering these sacred numerologies.
He was trying everything, working harder than anyone.
And the result? Empty nets, just seaweed and driftwood day after day. All that striving, all that force, nothing.
But then there's Jessica Thompson.
Ah, yes. The contrast is stark. Down the shore, Jessica just sort of lounged, cast her simple line with a peaceful smile.
Almost meditative.
Right. And by midday, her basket was overflowing. The finest catch.
So what's the lesson there? Just luck.
Well, the source suggests it's deeper, that effort creates resistance, while relaxed awareness attracts natural abundance. It's like trying to see fish in turbulent water.
Michael was turning everything up with his frantic effort.
Exactly. While Jessica let the water settle, she could see or perhaps sense where the fish were. Her relaxed state allowed for that.
It wasn't the amount of effort, but the quality of it. Or maybe the lack of desperate striving.
Precisely. And this isn't just about fishing. We see the same pattern with David Rodriguez, the controlling farmer.
Okay, tell me about him.
Well, he was all about relentless interventions. Super intricate systems measuring every single seedling, trimming leaves, mixing special potions, total micromanagement.
Sounds exhausting. And probably expensive.
You bet. And despite all that obsessive care, his crops just withered.
Wow. So again, massive effort, poor results.
Right. Now compare him to his neighbor, Ashley Campbell. She apparently sang to her seeds, listened to what the plants needed. A very different approach.
More intuitive.
Definitely. And her gardens. They flourished with almost wild abundance. It's a powerful illustration of how trying too hard to control can, ironically, strangle the very blessings we seek.
It's like the control comes from fear, maybe. Fear of things going wrong.
I think that's a huge part of it. David's fear of failure led him to overmanage, which caused the failure. Ashley trusted the natural process. She aligned with it.
That really lands. Think about it. For you listening, where in your life, maybe on a project or a goal, are you tightening the reins too much? Over-controlling?
Are you churning the waters?
The source actually gives a practice for this, the gentle waters meditation. The idea is to sit quietly, imagine yourself as still water.
And just let that tension, that need to control everything, just dissolve. Watch thoughts like ripples. Don't engage. Just observe.
Allowing clarity to naturally surface when you stop forcing it. It's about feeling that link between inner chaos and outer blocks.
It really shifts the focus inward, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which brings us to another layer. Our inner state, our fears, our desperate attachments.
Oh, okay. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. The merchant story, Daniel Foster.
Yes, the aggressive bargainer.
Yeah.
Always pushing, wrestling for a lower price. His desperate attempts, though, they just made vendors raise their prices. Hours spent haggling over tiny amounts.
Sounds familiar. That desperate energy can be really off-putting.
Exactly. The source uses a great analogy. Desperate attachment creates resistance, like a clenched fist cannot receive gifts.
If you're grabbing so tight, nothing can come in.
Precisely. Now contrast Daniel with Stephanie Liu, another merchant, but she'd just sit calmly, serenely drinking tea, a genuine detachment from the outcome.
Not playing hard to get, but actually detached.
Seems so. And the paradox. Daniel himself ended up getting offered the finest pieces at half their original price by Stephanie, when he wasn't even trying.
That's wild. So the lesson is, the harder you grasp, the more it slips away.
That seems to be the core idea. Your energy, your desperation, it pushes the very thing you want away from you.
And this applies to fundamental things too, right? Like sleep.
Oh, absolutely. A universal struggle. Think
Yeah.
about Joshua Martinez, the sleepless monk. Tried everything, didn't he?
Counting breaths, fancy pillows, special teas, the works.
hmm But the harder he struggled to force sleep's arrival, the more it eluded him. The struggle was the problem.
So his effort became the barrier.
Exactly. Raises that question again. What role does fear play? Fear of not sleeping in his case.
How did he finally get rest?
A young pilgrim, Heather Adams, gave him a simple image.
Hmm.
Be the bowl that holds whatever the night pours into it. Release the goal.
Just be receptive.
Right. And then he fell into the deepest sleep of his life. As the source says, rest cannot be caught like a butterfly. You invite it, you don't chase it down.
That's powerful. And this connection between inner state and outer reality, it gets really intense when it comes to people we love, doesn't it? Our fears for them.
Oh, definitely. That's a complex one. The story of Sarah Kim, the worried mother, is quite poignant.
What did she do?
Her protective fears were overwhelming. She was binding protective charms on her son Matthew, giving endless warnings.
Trying to shield him from everything.
Yes, but in doing so, she created an invisible cage. It didn't protect him, it pushed him away. Her control alienated him.
That's heartbreaking because it comes from love, but
But it manifests as fear and control. The source puts it starkly. Fear is like a prophecy that summons its own fulfillment.
meaning you worry so much about something bad happening, you might inadvertently create the conditions for it.
Or at least damage the relationship in the process. Contrast Sarah with another mother, Rachel Green. She let her kids run free, trusted life's deeper wisdom,
A leap of faith, really.
and her home became a sanctuary. When Matthew was in crisis, where did he go? Not away from Sarah, but to Rachel's home.
Wow. So trust, not worry, is the key. Allowing wisdom to flow instead of imposing fearful control.
That seems to be the message. True protection comes from connection and openness, not constriction.
It really challenges us to look at the energy behind our care. Is it trust or is it fear?
And the source offers practices here too. For that grasping energy, the empty hands blessing, sitting with open palms, consciously releasing the need to acquire, creating space,
And for worry about loved ones.
the mother's heart release, practicing trust in their journey, in life's wisdom, instead of trying to manage every step for them.
It's amazing how this principle weaves through everything, even relationships and creativity. We try to force those too, don't we?
All the time. Think about Tiffany Chen, the matchmaker.
Ah, the schemer.
Totally. Elaborate schemes, forcing pairs together based on zodiac signs, engineered accidental meetings, all very calculated.
Did it work?
Not really. The matches eventually unraveled. They lacked that organic spark, that natural connection.
Because it was forced.
Exactly. The source says, attempts to force connections often prevent them from forming naturally. Like pulling open a flower bud, you just damage it.
Beautiful analogy.
Contrast her with Kimberly Adams, the tea merchant. She wasn't trying to matchmake at all.
Right.
Her shops became this unexpected sanctuary for lonely hearts. People connected naturally there. Lasting love blossomed without any pushing.
She just created the right atmosphere, warmth, peace.
Exactly, the conditions for connection. And this applies to creativity too. Nicole Anderson, the perfectionist potter.
Let me guess, she tried really hard.
Oh yes, exhausted efforts to make technically flawless pots.
Yeah.
But they kept mysteriously cracking in the kiln.
Huh. It's like the stress was baked in.
Maybe. While Brendan Cooper, another potter, he danced as he worked, made a cheerfully lopsided pot, just for fun. His creation emerged with impossible beauty. The joy, the playfulness, the surrender to the process. It resulted in something special. Not despite the imperfection, but maybe because of it.
Wow. So letting go of rigid perfectionism allows something else to come through.
It seems so. And this even extends to seeking knowledge or truth. Consider Jennifer Walsh, the seeking scholar.
Okay.
Pored over ancient texts, learned 7 dead languages, debated endlessly. But that deep peace she sought remained elusive.
She was trying so hard to find wisdom.
Exactly. And the source says, our desperate search for truth often blinds us to its constant presence.
You can't see it because you're looking too hard.
Sort of. It was Amy Parker, a simple garden girl who couldn't even read, who showed Jennifer something profound by simply being, by not seeking. Through Amy, Jennifer started to realize that wisdom began to bloom. as direct knowing that arose from stillness itself.
So wisdom isn't something you capture, it's something that arises when you stop chasing it.
That's the idea. Like seeing stars, you can't stare directly at the faint ones. You need peripheral vision, a softer gaze. Straining obscures them.
Makes sense.
Even with spiritual gifts.
Yeah.
David Chen, the soul whisperer, his frantic efforts to contact spirits only led to visions clouded with illusion.
But Melissa Phillips,
Heard clear messages in simple stillness. Why? Because, as the source puts it, the departed speak most clearly to those who know how to listen, without demanding, without forcing.
this really turns our usual approach upside down. The practices mentioned sound helpful. The empty vessel meditation for interactions, being receptive like a cup.
And the potter's playful path for creativity, cooperating with the process, not fighting it.
And the lotus pool and silent heart meditations for finding wisdom and stillness, not striving.
All pointing towards that receptive, non-forcing state.
So how does all this help us navigate, the actual journey of life when we hit obstacles or face uncertainty?
Great question. The story of Robert Turner, the rushed pilgrim, is key here.
He was trying to get to the temple faster.
Yep. Convinced he knew better, took clever shortcuts. But they just led him deeper into confusion, got him completely lost.
Well, Melissa Garcia.
Walked slowly, steadily.
Hmm.
Unhurried steps, noticing the journey itself. She wasn't racing to the destination.
And she found him.
She did, and guided him to the temple, arriving exactly 40 days after starting the traditional time. Her pace was aligned with the journey's rhythm.
So rushing, trying to force the pace, actually slowed him down.
Massively. The source says, you cannot force a journey to unfold faster by running past its teachings. You miss things, you get lost.
Like Christopher Hall, the river crosser.
Exactly. He thought strength meant fighting the current head-on, battling it.
Which just left him exhausted and his goods ruined.
Right, he saw the river as an enemy. But Stephanie Wilson, the reed gatherer, she saw it differently.
How did she cross?
She danced with it, let the river guide her, worked with the current, not against it, crossed effortlessly.
The river as a dance partner. That's a beautiful shift in perspective for challenges.
Isn't it? It's about finding the flow, not imposing your will.
What about when things are unclear? When we're in the dark, literally or metaphorically? Jessica Lee, the night walker.
Ah, yes. She squinted desperately into the gloom, trying so hard to pierce the darkness. The more impenetrable it became. Her straining actually made it harder to see.
So what's the alternative?
Brian Hayes. He'd been visually impaired since birth, but moved confidently at night. How? By trusting the light that always dwells within.
Trusting intuition, inner guidance.
And also by softening his gaze, allowing his eyes to receive whatever faint light was there rather than forcing them. It raises the question, are we blinding ourselves by straining for external clarity?
Good question. Like the fortune teller, Matthew Campbell.
Exactly. As his desire for worldly reward grew, his predictions got clouded. His ego, his desire interfered.
Because truth flows purely only through clean vessels.
Ashley Martinez, who never sought the gift of sight, received clear visions precisely because she sought nothing from it. Pure receptivity.
The desperation corrupts the insight. It's a recurring theme.
It really is. And again, practices emerge from this. The complete step meditation being fully where you are on the journey.
The water dancer's way flowing with challenges.
The soft eyes meditation trusting inner knowing in uncertainty.
And the clear vessel meditation emptying yourself of desired outcomes to receive guidance clearly.
All reinforcing that core principle.
Wow, what an exploration. From fishing to finances to finding your way in the dark, the common thread seems to be release the grip.
That's beautifully put. Life opens not to the clenched hand, but to the open palm. That really captures it.
So, the law of reversed effort, it's not about giving up or being passive, is it?
Not at all. It's about finding a different way, aligning with a kinder rhythm, as the source says. It's remembering how rivers yield, how seeds trust the dark, how wind finds its music.
They don't force, they flow, they trust, they allow.
Precisely. It's about cultivating a presence that invites blessings, rather than trying to wrestle them into submission. Letting your presence become a quiet inn, where blessings choose to rest.
I love that image, a quiet inn.
It's about invitation, not conquest.
So, a final thought for everyone listening, something to take away. The source reminds us, if you forget and you will, begin again.
It's a practice, not perfection.
One breath, one soft glance, one unclenched moment. So the question for you is, how can you invite a little more ease, a bit more surrender into your life today?
What sacred blessing might be waiting for you if you just gently release the need to force it?
Something to ponder. We hope this deep dive has given you some fresh perspectives on effort, control, and letting go.